Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button like this video and turn on post notifications so you never miss any hot and trending gist. Because today's topic, it's one that has fans replaying clips, zooming in and saying, "Wait, did you see that?" All right, let's get into ITSO right now. Fans are seriously talking about Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Watts. And this time the focus is on something very specific, subtle touches. Yes. The small, almost unnoticeable physical moments that people believe say a lot more than words ever could. Now, before we jump into conclusions, let's break everything down carefully. Because when you really look at these moments in context, you'll understand why they've sparked so many rumors. Let's start from the beginning. For a long time, Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Watts have been known for their strong on-screen chemistry. Every time they appear together, there's a natural flow that fans can't ignore. But as time went on, people started noticing something beyond just acting, the little physical interactions. Now, these aren't big, obvious gestures. We're not talking about dramatic moments. We're talking about subtle things, quick touches, brief contact, small movements that could easily go unnoticed unless you're really paying attention. And trust me, fans have been paying attention. Now let's talk about the kind of moments people are pointing out. There have been instances where Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Watts are standing close, and there's a light touch on the arm, on the shoulder, nothing major but enough to be noticed. Moments where one adjusts something for the other, moments where there's a brief contact that feels natural, not forced. And according to fans, these moments feel different because they don't look planned. They don't look like part of a performance, they look instinctive. Now here, where things get interesting, frequency. It's not just one moment. It's multiple moments over time, across different settings, different projects, different appearances. And when you see the same kind of subtle interaction happening repeatedly, it starts to stand out. Now let's talk about context, because context matters a lot. A single touch on its own might not mean anything, but when it happens alongside strong chemistry, comfortable body language, consistent interaction, and growing rumors, it starts to take on a different meaning. At least. That's how fans are interpreting it. Now let's move to body language as a whole, because these touches don't exist on their own. They're part of a bigger picture. Whenever Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Watts are together, there's a level of ease that stands out. They don't seem tense. They don't seem distant. They seem relaxed. And these subtle touches often happen naturally within that comfort. Now here's another point fans bring up: reaction. When these touches happen, neither of them seems surprised or uncomfortable. There's no hesitation, no awkwardness, just a smooth continuation of interaction. And for many people, that suggests familiarity. Now let's talk about interpretation, because this is where things get divided. On one side, you have fans who believe these subtle touches are clear indicators of something deeper. They see them as natural expressions of closeness, signs of comfort that go beyond friendship. On the other side, you have those who believe these moments are being overanalyzed. They argue that actors are naturally expressive, physical interaction can be part of personality, and small touches don't necessarily mean anything romantic. Both perspectives make sense. And that's why this topic continues to spark debate. Now let's bring in another angle: human behavior. People who are comfortable with each other often show it in small ways, not always through big gestures, but through subtle actions. And that's why these touches are getting so much attention, because they feel real, they feel unplanned. They feel like something that happens naturally between people who know each other well. Now let's talk about consistency, again, because this is one of the strongest arguments fans use. If these were isolated moments, they might not mean much. But the fact that similar interactions have been noticed multiple times, that's what makes people curious. Now here's something important to remember: none of this confirms anything. There is no official statement, no confirmation from Maurice, Sam, no confirmation from Pearl Watts. Everything we're discussing is based on observation, interpretation, and fan analysis. Now let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Why are these subtle touches getting so much attention? Because they feel authentic. They don't look staged. They don't look like something meant for the camera. And in a world where everything is often polished and controlled, moments that feel natural stand out. Now imagine this. If one day Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Watts confirm a relationship, what will fans say? They'll go back to these moments and say, "That's when we noticed. That's when it started to make sense. The signs were there." That's why these touches are being talked about so much right now, because people feel like they're seeing clues. Now let's talk about what happens next. fans are going to keep watching every clip, every appearance, every interaction, because once attention shifts to details like this, it doesn't go away. Now here's the big question: do these subtle touches actually mean something? Or are fans just reading too much into normal behavior? Because right now, both possibilities are still open. Now let's summarize everything clearly. Fans believe these subtle touches sparked rumors because of their natural and unplanned appearance, their consistency, over time the comfort level between Maurice and Pearland, how they fit into the larger narrative, put all that together. And it creates a story that feels meaningful to many. But again, without confirmation, it remains speculation. All right, guys, now it's your turn. Do you think these subtle touches mean something? Or do you think fans are overanalyzing normal interactions? And if there is something there, do you think it should stay private or be made public? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.